Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Am I coming through? Yeah, I'm coming through. Why can't I hear myself on my headphones? Sorry, technical difficulties. Am I having problems? Am I having a problem? There we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening. Sorry, I had a little bit of a muted issue there for a second. I may have. Am I muted? Can you hear me, Jess? She's acting like you're not that old. Anyways, welcome to the Sulk stream, guys. I hope you're having a I hope you're having a good evening. I hope you, making me proud. Had a good weekend. Had a good Labor Day. Did the things, and we're good cult members and respectable human beings. We're both laughing. Because we know you guys. And you are anything but. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming. Welcome to another week. It is a Tuesday evening. And tonight we're going to be talking about different attachment theories. Relationships are difficult. And everybody knows this. And we're at a time in history when they're definitely falling off. They're becoming retro. Marriage and girlfriends and boyfriends, and not really common these days. There's all kinds of weird psychology going on with people, and we're going to go ahead and delve into that, right? So it should be interesting, and it should be fun. So get comfy, get cozy. I want that jam again. Hold on, back to that jam. There we go. Get comfy, get cozy, get a nice bottle of wine. If you are interested and so inclined, please, by all means, get cozy with me. I would appreciate it. If you're working, keep working. And if you are driving, please drive home safely and get home safely so you can hit that like button. And if anybody else is at home right now, please hit that like button. I would appreciate that. Being part of the cult and everything. There's things you have to do. Anyways. I am the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this is called Why Everyone is Lonely. Enjoy.
They're fun, attractive, and interesting to talk to. You're cautious, though. You've been burned out by being on dating apps, and it's refreshing to find someone that you like in the wild. Maybe it's
Nose ring.
a meet cute at a bar.
I'm sorry. That's a thing I do when I'm out and about at in the grocery store or getting my oil changed or something like that. And I see, one of those nose ring people, and I'm like, nose ring. It's not even something I can control. I can control it. I'm lying, but I do it anyway to make them feel uncomfortable. That's the chaos I like to bring to the world. You know how I am. I am a problem wherever I go.
Or a coffee shop, through work, or mutual
wherever
friends,
I go.
You're feeling a vibe. You think they might be too. They come on real strong at first. It's like you just get each other.
Despite says weird, that's unusual for you to be muted and having technical issues. I know, I'm such a pro. Everything's so professional around here. Like, my desk isn't covered with garbage, and I'm not covered in cat hair usually. So, okay. And, you know me. Professional.
You start to let down your walls. Match their
Professional.
energy. They talk about all the things they want to do together. Travel, go on a walk in the
Hey, you want to look at these goats? No. Oh.
park, go out to events, whatever it is.
That's such a wife thing. Hey, let's go to the petting zoo and look at the goats and stuff like that. Okay. That's my response. I mean, we have a season pass to the zoo, and we're just watching the animals get older. Actually, it's kind of a sad thing, right? It's not like there's not different animals. It's the same zoo, but we're just, hey, Rafiki, we know the names of the animals. Our son talks about them at home, And we're going to watch when they die. Not be there, but like we're going to like understand that, oh, that one died. Okay, because we come so often.
They seem invested.
Let's eat ice cream.
In building a friendship or relationship with you. It feels like they're all in. And one day, out of nowhere, the energy shifts.
Big B says, screaming goats rule when we going. I am not. If I hear a goat scream at me, I'm going to punch it right in the head. Shut up. Shut up. That's what you do when things scream. I don't like screaming. I'm actually like kind of autistic. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I have these idiosyncrasies about me where I get overstimulated pretty easily. I can't handle screaming. I can't handle large amounts of crying. It's just, it wears on me. So I wear headphones a lot. And if somebody touches them, I freak out. You know, like one of the retarded kids.
Silence. It's like they just died, but they're still posting to
true.
social media every day. More active than ever. They engage with everyone except you. Text.
Renee says your live wasn't showing up on my feed. They're probably just trying to knock me down. I get it because I'm dropping truth bombs and stuff like that. At least I got the noti. I got the noti, so it is what it is. Right? Maybe you just have to look me up.
And DMs go unanswered for hours.
You know, Renee, is when you're dropping truth bombs like this, it scares people. It scares some folks. By the way, I was on Alan's show earlier, and if you want to, Alan Roberts' show earlier, and if you want to go check him out, I did a stream with him at 6 p.m. about the vaccine and the big C word, which I'm not going to do. He's a much bigger creator. I can't say stuff like that. So it is what it is. Go check him out. Go subscribe to him. I guess I'm going to be on his show again next week. And at one point, we're going to try to have him on the Sulk stream if we can. If I can figure out the technical details of that. You know how I'm blessed with that kind of ability.
Hours, days, weeks. You double text, triple text. Maybe they're busy with work or
drop
met
a
someone
link
else or struggling with their mental health.
I can drop a
gone
link.
Back to their ex or just lost interest.
I can
you
drop a
never
link.
know because they won't tell you. Your For You page fills up with videos about attachment styles. You've convinced yourself that they're just avoidant. The tarot card girl.
There we go. I dropped a link. That's our episode. That's the episode we just did an hour ago. 2 hours ago.
They read you for filth. Every cold reading somehow describes your exact situation, and they assure you they're going to come back in a week. They're just ashamed and working on themselves. Want to know more? She says. Check the link in bio to book a private reading.
Okay, we talking about OnlyFans chicks? Is everyone on Tinder and like an OnlyFans chick? Is that what Tinder's about now? Is just like whores? It's just whores and prostitutes trying to get ads and try to get exposure and stuff like that. You expose yourself enough. Can we just agree on that? Women these days, they expose themselves far too much as it is. This could be a part of the problem. You remember back in like the 20s? I know you don't remember, but you've seen the old the movies where they look like they're walking fast. You go to the beach, they're covered head to toe. There's probably a reason for that. You know, there's probably a reason for that. Maybe we've gone a little bit too far in the hoe department in society, and it's kind of destroyed us. And now we're constantly like trolling for tang. You know what I mean? Maybe we're over-sexualized as a society. You ever think about that? With pornography and OnlyFans and Instagram chicks, maybe we're just burnt out. So, like, I mean, guys used to get turned on by seeing an ankle and stuff and be like, oh my God, I'm going to wank to that for years. For years. But I don't think people wanked as much as they do these days, right? Now people find it like it's a profession for them, right? They're all like, you know, I'm not going to get a job or anything like that because essentially it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to be able to buy a house. But if I could just jerk off to pornography until my beard turns gray, then I'll consider it a life well lived. maybe this is the issue. Maybe this is the overarching problem why everyone is fucking lonely. And I'm not just specifically blaming the guys, right? That is an issue, though. Let's be fair. Well, I know you guys. Look, I know I need to be a little bit tougher on women sometimes. I'm a softie. But the guys, they have their part to play.
But you don't need to do that. You know they're never coming back.
I'm kind of a simp, You know what I mean?
It's like they never existed to begin with. Eventually, you give up and move on. But now, you can't trust that the next person is going to be any different. So out of fear of getting hurt again, as soon as things get real, you end up doing the same thing that they did to you to someone else.
Yeah, but you let that guy plow you, didn't you? Right? And so this is like a week-long thing where it's like it's the same pattern over. You meet him on Tinder. You're like, this is the one. He takes you out for drinks. You get $80 worth of liquor in you, and then you let him plow it. And then after that, he realizes how much you stink, like literally smell bad. And then he fucking ghosts you. And then it starts over again. You just let another guy plow you. And then at year's end, you may have taken a couple weeks off, but that's 50 dudes. That's 50 dicks. Your value is dropping. And don't tell me that, my value isn't associated with how many dicks I've taken, because it is. It absolutely is. It 100% is. It is. All right? Be real. Just be super duper real. Don't be like, it's not, white guys get to do all they want, and then it's like a problem with me. You know exactly why. Which is why you get so upset when people actually call you out on it. And then there's this like fucking thing where chicks are trying to go the complete opposite direction and be like, I'm a slut. I'm going to do a slut walk. I'm going to let 1,000 Arab guys do back shots on me because it's my body. I do what I want. I'm like, you're hurt. You're a hurt individual. You are a broken individual. This is basically just self-harm. That's what's going on. I don't know what happened to you as a kid. I'm sure it was like not great, but that doesn't mean you need to keep doing it to yourself, right? Making it worse. What are you doing? But, it's never their fault either. Never their fault. Sure. Okay, fine. Live like that. Live your life like that.
This isn't exclusive to the dating world either. Have you ever had a friend who's always posting to their stories, traveling to a new city every month, going out all...
Don't get in relationships with those chicks. No, don't get in relationships with like the world traveler chicks. Because, like, your kid's going to come out looking all weird. He's going to look like a weird amalgamation of the UN and like, you don't know what she's picking up in like the Congo and shit like that. And she's doing it. Come on. Be for real. Don't date chicks like that. Don't date the eat, pray, love girls. It's not a good idea.
All the time. But when you make plans with them, they flake out at the last minute. They're busy with work, or it's their cat's birthday, or they just plain don't.
Hey, my cat's birthday is important. I don't even know her birthday. Never celebrated it once in my life. Or in her life.
Show up. I totally forgot. Even though you've known each other for years.
Why is there so many Labubu's in this video?
It's like they only make time for you when it's convenient for them. It's not just the people you meet on dating apps.
Hey. I drove down this road like 1,000,000 times. This is, yeah. I know where this is.
It's not just social media. Modern relationships and friendships are broken. We've lost all sense of respect for each other.
Stop with the Labubus.
We have no accountability to each other. And it isn't a matter of age, gender, or sexuality. Men and women...
Okay. I guess I'm going to let that slide because age does matter. Look, if you're a 50-year-old woman, just call it quits. If you're 50 years old and then you're like, I'll find love one day, you won't. You won't. I'm sorry, you won't. You lost out. And like, a lot of guys aren't getting like that teenage love thing, and a lot of girls aren't getting that either and stuff. But like, I mean, if you get to a certain age, just call it quits. Be like, okay, that's it. I am not a candidate. I realize that now. No one wants any of this. I'm sorry, that sucks. And if we were in a different time, that probably wouldn't be the case. Look, there was some ugly ass people hooking up in the past. If you want proof, look at the people walking around today. Look at how fucking ugly some of the people are just out and about. You know what I'm talking about. If you look at those people, their parents had to be as ugly or uglier. Because people get more attractive throughout time, right? People get more. This is basic like evolution, right? You know, prettier people tend to get more sexual partners, and so us as a society, as a whole, we will get more attractive, smarter, taller, that kind of thing, right? And there's still so many ugly people. So there must have been people hooking up in the past that were fucking gross. Gross.
Women are both guilty of this across generational lines. But why do we treat people like they're disposable?
Move on. Just move on.
Delete the damn paragraph. Do not send it to him. Like, they just don't care.
What's up with that?
The easiest way to tell if they're interested in you, just look at how long you've been left undelivered for.
In 10 minutes from now, you are going to receive a text from your specific person.
We're not going crazy. They just truly don't care to have a relationship with you.
Jessica. There you are.
Yeah. That's how I greet my wife. No, that'd be weird.
Missing you so much, girl. You haven't hit me back since we linked up a couple weeks ago. What you want?
They are going to send you a text message. You are going to get a phone call, an email even, saying that they miss you.
It's no secret that so many of us, especially Gen Z and millennials, are lonely and yearning for connection.
Despite says, I've already decided if my wife dies, I'm done trying and becoming a hermit. You know, that doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world. It sounds peaceful. I get to work on my projects and stuff and, like, I don't know, write manifestos in my cabin. I think I would really get into writing a lot of manifestos.
Pundits on the left and right alike have...
And they would be wild.
the cost of living, the loss of third spaces, car-centric city planning, dating apps, hustle culture, and the chaos of modern politics.
Onia says, not necessarily true, John. Low IQ people don't care about beauty and will multiply like rabbits, R/K theory. Yeah, R/K theory is a thing. And if you don't know what R/K theory is, I forget exactly which one is which, but let's say R theory is where you have many children and just hope some of them survive. So you're just throwing shit at a dartboard and see if something hits, you know, throwing stuff at the wall. And K theory would be something like where you'd have a small number of genetically superior children. Don't know how else to put it. And try to put as many resources into them as possible, hoping they will grow up to be successful and reproduce. So, yeah, that's true. There are people out there that will just bang anything. And they themselves, probably not that great looking either.
But it's more than that, isn't it? Real connection is rare. It's all, what can you do for me, instead of, who are you? Technology...
Big B says, my wife and I have been married so long we don't understand the youth's mentality with relationships. So why even bother? I mean, like, I don't know. Look, it doesn't seem worth dating out there. It seems like a fuck. I'm glad I'm married, and I want to die like that because no way I want to deal with the nightmare that's going on out there. What is it like? Half of men under the age of 30 are virgins. Half of, and probably even higher. It's probably something like 80%, which is wild. Especially watching that, like, Keys to the VIP, that show back in the early 2000s, where, like, people were hooking up left and right, and, like, people were getting gonorrhea in the clap and shit like that, but it was still happening. You got like guys like Greg the douche coming in and being like, "Hey, you like date rape?" I don't know the fucking pickup lines and stuff, but it worked. And it was so cringy, and it still happened. It still happened. You know how, like, I'm just saying it was a better market. You know, it's a better, just like the housing market. You go out and buy a house for 50 grand, and that's a beautiful house. You go out and pitch a lame ass line at any chick, and she's probably a 10, you know, and then she's like, yeah, okay, sure. That ain't the case no more. That's hasn't been the case for a long time. Oh, sad. It's sad what's happening to people and the youths and stuff like that. I'm just glad I'm not part of it. You know, I thank God every day that I am not out in the fields, the killing fields, because it looks like a nightmare. And I see some of you people. I see some of these people on the internet, right? Oof. Big oof. People like way past the age of any sort of like attractiveness or viability of any sort. And then they're like, I'll find mine one day. Sure. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure.
Promised instant gratification. And now we're always on our phones, reachable 24/7. So when someone leaves you on red for a few hours, it feels personal.
Arden Shire says we need one of those cool guy campaigns where a dude goes to schools and tells you how cool it is to not be an OnlyFans hoe. Like the DARE program, where a cop comes in and be like, yo, drugs are not that good. Even though you knew that cop did drugs, like tons of drugs, like so many drugs, dude. You became a cop. You don't think you... Of course you did tons of drugs. Look at you now. You're 80 pounds overweight. You don't... And you look like you did a ton of cocaine. Cops, dude. Cops. I'm not saying all cops, but like cops love cocaine. A lot of them do. So you're sending a cop to do the DARE program and shit. You want to do that? Send a drug addict. Send a drug addict in. Not like, oh, I'm clean now, and so now I go and talk to the kids of the virtues of being clean. No. Send a guy that is on heroin and has been on heroin and just sucked a dick in an alley to get $20 just so he can buy a little fentanyl so he's not super itchy tonight. Send that guy in and be like, yeah, I do drugs. I do drugs a lot. All right? That'll work. Don't send a fucking cop, okay?
They always say they're bad at texting, but when you see them in person, they're always on their phone. Maybe they're just bad at...
Shimo says fat cops are gross, but women cops are a joke. What happened to cops? I know there's good cops out there. I know there's like good masculine cops and shit like that, but you look at the numbers and stuff like that, and you're a fat cop, chick cop, lesbian cop, chick cop, fat cop, big fat black Queen Latifah cop. Dude, I'm like, do they lower the standards? Are they supposed to be like the city's finest? That's the finest? That's really the finest? That's the best you can do? Oof. Big oof.
Texting you. With what feels like unlimited options online and in the real world, commitment feels impossible. You're overwhelmed with the illusion of choice. You might meet someone you like, but you start to compare them to the...
Arden Share says, yeah, but if instead of a cop sent an ex-hooker getting clean, or someone whose life was ruined by being a hoe, not clean. Not clean. 'Cause look, when you send an ex-drug addict or an ex-prostitute, and you could be like, kids are going to see that and be like, okay, so I can have my fun and then come back from it because this person seems to be like standing up and like, okay, and shit like that. No, you need somebody in the depths, enthralled in the addiction, right? So they can see the full gambit of like what, herpes sores and, fucking like, her relationship with her dad. Maybe bring her dad in with it. And he's just like, I hate my daughter. I hate my daughter. Spits on her. Her mom was a whore too. Yeah. Yeah, how about that?
Cooler, hotter people you see on Instagram, or even walking down the street. If they mess up even once, you avoid the hard conversations where real growth and intimacy happen and drop them. The tough talks feel too risky. What if they take what you're saying the wrong way? What if they take it out of context?
God, is this the chick? Is the purple hair one doing this video?
Post it all online for the world to see and make you into public enemy number one. We've completely...
She loves Labubu's. She loves Labubu's. And you know what? That's a warning sign too. Labubu's are the new warning sign, right? There's still the nose ring chicks. There's still the nose ring chicks. But now you gotta watch out for them Labubu's, right? And any chick that's like super into Disney, red flag. Labubu's, red flag. A lunch pail that she uses as a purse, red flag. There's so many red flags out there, right? It's not just herpes sores and like street walking that are red flags. They are, don't get me wrong, but there's more, I don't know, subtle versions of red flags. And Labubu's are a new red flag.
Lost trust in the people we know. They might not even be who they say they are, and you might not even care to know who they really are. It's gotten so bad that you can't even trust the system.
Big B says, I take my kid to Walmart for the drug talk. See that hollowed out person screaming that? That's meth. Don't smoke meth, right? You see the people that are like stuffing fucking marshmallows down their pants and like they have no teeth? That's meth. Yeah, you could do this with all different kinds of things, you know. Hang out at a liquor store. Watch alcoholics come in. I mean, and they'll be like, oh, that's my teacher. I'll be like, yeah. Do you want to end up like your teacher? Nobody does.
Systems around. If you've ever Googled...
Hey, that's my DARE officer. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You've probably seen it with a bunch of personal information on random data broker sites. Stuff you never agreed to share.
Look at this chick, though. Look at this chick. And now she's like, why is everyone so lonely? Oh, it's just broken social dynamics. Which she's got a point about that. But like, what are you doing, sis? What are you doing with all that? Right? This right here, you're fucked up, teeth. These glasses are not attractive. I'm not saying that glasses inherently are unattractive. These are bad though, right? Do something with your hair. Take off the hat. You know, she's not like covered in tattoos, but see, the problem is she's not pretty. At the base, she's not wearing makeup or anything like that, and you know, all these teeth are kind of doing their own thing. But she's not pretty. And she knows this. She understood this. She saw the pretty girls in high school and she's like, I'm going to go the other direction. I'm going to make myself as ugly as possible and then hate men. Because that's a strategy? That's your strat. That's your fucking strat. Okay. This is brainwashing. This is a type of brainwashing. She probably went to college, right? Has very strong views about Donald Trump. You know, loves immigrants, maybe a little bit too much. My pussy is open for immigrants. Yeah, you know, I don't think even they're going to be into it. But maybe, I don't know. You look a little bit like a goat.
This is where today's sponsor, Aura, comes in. If you've ever wondered why you get endless spam call dollars in identity theft insurance.
Bitch. Ugh. Can you imagine waking that up to that in the morning, right? Yeah. Oh, fuck. And she's just looking at you like that, wide awake, just watching you sleep. You know you're in trouble, right? You don't even want breakfast or nothing. You know you're in fucking trouble. You can tell she's an idiot. You can tell she's a fucking idiot.
With 24/7 support if something goes wrong, using this one simple app can help you.
There. Modern dating is brain rot. Okay.
Situationships, ghosting, the slow fade, banksying, the talking stage,
What the fuck is Banksying?
humiliationships, haunting, sneaky leaks, breadcrumbing, benching, orbiting, groundhogging, kitten fishing, Riz, the 666 rule, soft launch, hard launch, submarining, love bombing, performative males, pick-me girls, rosters being nonchalant.
Yeah. So love bombing is what we do in this chat. If we ever get anybody new, love bombing. Love bomb, right? Love bomb.
Attachment
Nice.
styles. It's easy to get exhausted keeping up with all the ways to describe shitty behavior in relationships these days. It's become its own form of internet brain rot. Anything but being honest and upfront about your feelings, even if they aren't what the other person wants to hear. You don't want to move too
She should lay off the bottle, too. I feel like the bottle is definitely doing her a disservice. I don't know that for a fact. Maybe she doesn't drink at all. But, like, there is an entire wave of, like, wine mommies or women that would become wine mommies, not having kids and not getting married and just becoming straight up winos. Do they get cats? Yeah, sometimes. But there is this big push against cats. They don't want to be cat ladies per se. So they get shit like Labubus and stuff. And weird. Or they sit on their computer. You know how many gamer chicks there are? There's like a lot of gamer chicks who are just as fat and stinky as the male side, the gamer guys. But they're there to judge them too and be like, oh, you're just an incel. Meanwhile, she's just sitting there fucking rotting to death playing World of Warcraft or like The Sims or some other dumb, stupid ass game. You ain't better. You are not better. You just have higher standards than most men would have. A man who sits behind his computer has some humility about his life. He understands, I am not the best. I am not the top. I'm not the triple sixes, right? Chicks don't know that. They automatically think they're cute. They're the best, you know. They're like, I'm going to be an OnlyFans chick. I've seen some haggard ass bitches on like X who like think they're like, it's wild, the delusion that women specifically have, but a lot of people in general. Background noise for a tenor. Thank you so much, bro. What do you give me? You give me a link? I'll take the link. What's the link say?
Mommy loves
Oh my God. Okay, racked up.
gambling, so I got these Labubus to open. It's my first Labubu.
Okay. Are these expensive? Are Labubus expensive?
Beige guy. I got a little blue guy. This guy.
Ooh, I bet this breaks people's hearts, dude. I want to see. Not a single Labubu was hurt. They all were. Okay. The fact that you played the shot after everyone is pure content. Okay. Yeah. This is the kind of Labubu content I can get behind. Everyone's just like really... stoked about her tits? I don't know.
This guy's taking a shit. This one's got little hearts for eyes.
Okay, this seems fun. What's she shooting?
Mommy loves gambling.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Too fast to ruin the friendship or seem
Silva says, at me, the incredible Sulk, it's true, at first John was a benevolent and caring leader. Now he just calls me an F-slur in my DMs because I won't recruit the mentally retarded to make his wicker baskets. I stand behind my leadership skills. And yeah, daddy's got to make the money somehow. All right? The wicker baskets, that's where it's at, right? It's soft slave labor, right? And you don't have to just have retards. You can have the extremely elderly, right? Or children. You know, They're not going to do anything. They can't. They literally can't. They're too weak.
Too eager, but you also don't want to come off as uninterested. You post a carefully curated.
Art and Share says a Labubu is $30 to $120. I don't know, man. Like, what is the deal? Am I really that out of touch? No, I know what you're going to say. Yes, I am extremely out of touch. Oh. Did you, was that through Ko-Fi? I got another one. Or was that just straight to my PayPal? Big B for the love bombing for another $5. Thank you, Big B. I appreciate that.
Suggestive memes, thirst traps.
I like love bombing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ugh, she wears this little shawl right here to cover her love handles and stuff like that. And I want you to be cute too. I really do. With all my heart, I want you to be attractive. But you look fucking skanky, dude. You look like a cheap lot lizard, especially with this whole getup with the hat and shit. And I'm sorry, where are you? Where there's a bathroom with trash on the floor. It's trash. It's like disgusting. What's with this mirror? Where the hell are you? Are you in a truck stop bathroom? Are you working the glory hole there? The poor girl. The poor girl. You hate to see it. You really do. You want all women to be beautiful. I do. I honestly do. That's not the case. Not by a long shot. But I want that to be true. You know, women are all like, all women are beautiful. Yeah. No, I wish. I fucking wish, dude. I wish as many women were beautiful as women said there was. It is just not the case. It is. Maybe that was more true back in the day when everyone wasn't so fucking fat. But these days, it's like a herd of stampeding buffalo with nose rings in and like purple hair, and it's weird, dude. I feel robbed. Do you feel robbed? I feel robbed because I feel like people shouldn't be so fucking unhealthy these days. Me and fucking Alan were just talking about this. Why there's so many fucking fat people? What's the deal? What is the deal? It has to be a societal thing, right? They're pushing people to be more reliant on the medical system by giving them all kind of, I don't know, nitrates, some shit that makes them gross. It's also it's population control. So not only are they making money off of you being so sick that you have to go to the hospital every time you sneeze because your heart blew out or something like that. But then no one wants to fuck you. And even if somebody wants to fuck you, you can't carry a pregnancy because, I don't know, you're too fat or you're too ugly. That'd be better if you were just too ugly to have a kid. Where there was something involved. I know there's something involved. If you're too ugly, no one's going to want to have a kid with you. Get it.
Send funny videos to your close friend's story on Instagram, waiting for their views, likes, or even better, replies, decoding what each one means. That little dopamine kick, seeing their name in your notifications, gets you through the day. At some point, the person you like isn't even a person anymore. They're an...
Who do you like? I feel like she was crushing on some guy, and he did not reciprocate. Is that what this video came from? She was crushing hard, and it didn't work out. And now she's like, why does no relationships work out? That's not true. That's not true. There are people out there with relationships. I'm not saying you don't have a point, because relationships in general are kind of sabotaged in a very real sense. But what do you think that's from?
Idea.
What do you think that's from?
All of your hopes and fears onto. You've developed a parasocial relationship with.
I was going to say it's because of this. Not because you're innately... Look, you can do a lot with what you have. You're not going to be the belle of the ball. I apologize. You will not be the belle of the ball. But you can at least make yourself attractive enough to get a nice, decent, hardworking man. That is not that hard. They're everywhere. But, you know, these chicks, they want the tippy top. And if they can't have them, which this one clearly cannot, she's going to go the fucking nose ring route. And the fucking, you know, the chop bangs. And just make herself as ugly as possible intentionally. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. Why is that your method? Why is that your go-to? Somebody tell me, what's the psychology behind that? I can't get the best of the best. So instead of even lowering my standards a little bit, I'm just going to go completely fucking chopped on myself. Just make it just a wreck. Is this another way of avoiding accountability? Is that what it is? It's not that I'm not pretty. I just intentionally make myself ugly. That way men won't talk to me. Is that what you're doing?
With them. It's safer and easier to watch from afar, as if they were an influencer or a celebrity who didn't even know you existed.
Couch Surfing says, too ugly to carry a baby to term. Sulk. That is brutal. That is fucking brutal. Where your own fetus is like, ugh, no, I ain't sucking on those tits.
Chances are they've done the same thing with you. The constant access feels like closeness.
She says, yes, honey, you're mean. I'm not mean. I'm just a very realistic kind of person. I'm just, look, life is cruel. And I am imitating life.
First, until you realize it's hollow. Any potential intimacy is lost before it has the chance to grow. It's all become a competition to see who can care the least. You start to feel the energy shift. They like your posts less often, texts become dry, and you read into it. You look online for answers. The advice you find is conflicting. You don't know what to believe. Tell me your name and who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Ari Tong.
Stay away from her. She's a nightmare. Content creator. Okay. So am I. So what?
I am a former content creator where I gave relationship and dating advice, and I occasionally dabble sometimes.
You've made
In what? Dating?
a lot of dating.
See, look at the problem here, babe. Look. Sweetie. Love. You don't have to be that ugly. I mean, you do have to kind of be ugly because, like, I see the base, right? And it's not perfect. But you're intentionally fucking it up. This is not a good look for you. This is not a good look for you.
Dating advice content in the past. I've seen a lot of conflicting types of content around this, like with the give conflicting advice, conflicting ideas.
With social media in general, there is a commodification of emotional intelligence. And what I mean by that is when content that you typically...
I hate it when chicks explain stuff like, oh, what do I mean by that? And then it's just a string of nonsense. Just a string, but nonsense.
See online on your For You.
What is emotional intelligence? What is that? Am I emotionally retarded? Trust me, you can call me that. I'm not going to get offended. I get called regular retarded all the time. It's probably pretty true. I'm not saying it's not, because it's probably like at least a little bit true. But what is emotional intelligence? What is that? Is that empathy? That's a legitimate question. Is it empathy? Is it your ability to put yourself in somebody's shoes and feel the feelings that they have? Because I'm not even sure women are good at that. Do you feel that when you drag a man through divorce court and rip his kids away from you? Not really. Not really at all. Is it very selective empathy? Because I don't think that's emotional intelligence either. What is this imaginary quotient that you are judging yourself on? And I imagine you judge yourself quite highly in that regard, right? I'm very emotionally intelligent. The fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean you can figure out emotional puzzles really well? What is that? What is that? That's nothing. You do nothing. You're not smart. You're not emotionally smart. You're generally retarded. You're generally a stupid person. But you have to make up something that can't even be tested just so you have something to lean back on. Be like, well, I'm not the brightest bunch. I'm not the brightest bulb in the fucking broom closet or whatever. I don't fucking know. But at least I have that emotional intelligence. Yeah, at least you have that. Make your life that. Live through that. This is people who don't have brains, who don't have beauty, have no real marketable skills. They're like, yeah, but I'm emotionally intelligent. Fuck off. Fuck off. No, you're not. No, that's nothing, but still, no, you're not.
Page or on Instagram Reels, what is being rewarded is because the video was watched, it was like well liked. It was.
Christian says emotional intelligence is knowing that people around you are retarded. That is not it either. That's not it either. And I think that's just the group I attract. You know, I think it's just we're all kind of stupid. We're all kind of dumb, and so we like to huddle in groups for like warmth, and like we pass bad opinions and stupid takes back and forth at each other. And I'm comfortable with that. Hey, I don't need to be a Nikola Tesla or whatever the fuck I'm doing here, all right? I just want to I maybe be a little bit better than basic. I'd be fine with that. I would be okay. I don't have to be emotionally intelligent or anything like that. Which means nothing. Let's be super duper real. You're stupid.
It was well received. Watch time, it could be interpreted as something that's really polarizing, really controversial.
Despite says emotional intelligence is something women created to win arguments and belittle their boyfriends. And that's probably the best. That's probably the best explanation for what it is. I don't know who came up with this term, but I bet they were fucking retarded. I don't know who would be like, well, I'm not like book smart or street smart, but I'm emotionally smart. Oh. What? What? So does that mean you're sad a lot? Does that mean you feel sad all the time? Because if that's the case, I'm an emotional genius. I'm brilliant emotionally because I have this real clinical depression. I must just be emotionally a fucking savant. It means nothing. You can't test it. It is a nonsense term. It's crystals, basically. I'm spiritual. Great. Fantastic. You mean you believe in things that most people think is fucking silly. Like emotional intelligence. Congratulations. Knocking it out of the park. Is that why you're alone? I think it is. Because you want this sense of superiority that is just out of reach. Oh, it's like a prisoner trying to get a key. You know, and he's in the cell and he's just like patting the ground like, come on. But it's way further. It's hanging on the wall. But she's too fucking stupid to realize that.
And I think oftentimes this makes it so that the content that's being rewarded is something that is trying to elicit views or it's trying to elicit some sort of response. And I think what this can look like is oftentimes it's advice that could be, you know, never text back. If he wanted to, he would. And I think because like when you put two and two together where there's the engagement metrics, the commodification of dating advice. I think it teaches that, you know, like a connection is a game to be won instead of a relationship.
Not a game. Not a game. Look, this is why you're alone. This is why you're alone. Everything's a fucking game to you. Men don't like to play games. I mean, like, we do, but they're video games. They're not like complex emotional situations where we're like, what does she want? I don't fucking care. I'm just going to play another Call of Duty. There you go. There you go. See, your games, which are fun for you, I bet they are. I bet they're a blast, right? Like, ooh, I'm going to not text him back and stuff like that, so he really wants me and stuff. And then you fucking obsess about it for hours. And he forgot. And you think you're playing a game that he's just not. Men are simple. Simple and stupid. Okay? We have a basic goal. Right? And if you want to play the thing where, like, I told him no, why isn't he pursuing me further? Well, he speaks fucking English. How about that? You said you were not interested. And he was like, oh, well. And now you're like, well, why isn't he trying harder? I want to be pursued. No, because he doesn't want to fucking catch an assault charge or a harassment charge or something like that. You know, yeah, you guys did this whole Me Too thing, right? You did this whole Me Too thing, and now every guy is just like, fuck that noise. Fuck that noise. Not going to throw away my future just because she might, might. We have no idea. We have no concept if you're actually playing a game or not. No. God, that reminds me of a bit. I forget who did it. But like, this comedian was like dating this chick. And, he went in to like go for it, and then she was like, no. And then so he backed off. And the next day she was all like, why didn't you go for it? And then he was all like, well, you said no. And then she was like, no, but I like getting raped, And then he's like, I'm not going to do that to you on the off chance you're into it. Are you insane? Yeah. She's fucking insane, dude. Insane. So, like, what do you expect? What do you expect, man? Like, you've had everything your way for so long. So long, and you don't even know what you want. You're constantly changing your hairstyles and your makeup routines and your fucking clothes and stuff like that. How are we supposed to understand your emotions? Something that's not even physical on the outside, right? That changes more often than your actual clothing. That's overly complex. You know what's not as complex? Playing video games and seeing a sniper 400 yards off in a warehouse. That shit's easy for us. We can see that. That ain't hard. No. But your little things about like, why doesn't he know exactly what I'm thinking? Oh, it must be his problem. I'm an emotional genius. I'm a genius. Oh my God. I'd say get over yourself, but like, let's be real. That ain't going to happen. You're a genius. Emotionally. Oh, but they get to go to college now and be like, look, I get to go to this fucking college and shit like that. I racked up $200,000 in debt so my parents can pay it off. I'm so fucking smart. I'm going to stop doing everything so I can have a fucking family when I'm 30. Geniuses. The lot of you. Congratulations. And again, I'm not completely blaming women. Men have their own thing. They're like, fuck it, I'm just going to beat off to porno and play video games. But, at least that makes sense. At least that makes sense when you get these fucking games. Doesn't it just drive you insane? And look what you're dealing with. Look at this bullshit over here. Look at that. You think the inside of her head is prettier? No, dude, it's still just as fucking ugly. It's a mess up there. It's a fucking mess.
Relationship or a connection to be fostered over time. And I think
that is huge. The game part, oh my God.
It kind of teaches people that by default, A, you're competing for attention, it's a game, and then B, people are disposable. And I think like another layer of this too, when it comes to just dating advice content, is that we often see how to like attract, you know, your dream partner, or when you go through breakups, how to make.
Christian says BF6, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna get it when it comes out. I played the beta. It's gonna be good. I'd rather play BF6 than deal with your fucking nose ring nonsense, emotional, not games, trauma. Let's be real. Your game is trauma. That's trauma. You've been traumatized. And there's nothing wrong with being traumatized. It's just don't make a game out of it.
People regret things. And often the advice is like, what's a really unhinged one is don't text him back, play games. Oftentimes people will go online and start talking about attachment styles in a way where it's like, this is the thing that's set in stone, and kind of reducing someone into like a checklist of things based off the behavior.
Big B says, I don't play mental gymnastics. Be direct or get the fuck out. And look, look, dude. Women find this fun. It's fun for them. It has to be. It's not fun for guys, dude. Especially guys that have been rejected over and over and over again. And women don't realize how many men have actually been rejected. They just assume, oh, you're an incel just because you don't try. No, that's not the case at all. It's because, you know, he's either not a top 10%, or it's just like, he's not going to play games. Like, he doesn't want to play that game. You know, life is hard for a man, and women don't understand that. Life is hard for a man. You guys get lonely after spending 45 minutes alone not talking to somebody. Men have been alone since the beginning. A deep, like, fathomless type of loneliness that you would never, ever understand. There's chicks that have, like, dressed up as men and been like, I'm going to be a man for a year and see how it is. And just see how easy it is. And then they end up fucking offing themselves because it is unrealistically hard being a man. It is. Look, fine. Okay, it's hard being a woman. I'm going to give you that. I will give you that. But being a man is a life or death situation every single day. Every single day, every other man on the planet wants us dead. Just so they can have all the women for themselves. This is a biological imperative. Okay? And we can fight this. We've actually learned to work together and like push this back. Something that women have not. Right? Something that women have not. This is why men can make friends with each other. And women don't have that ability. They have their social groups and stuff like that. But if one gets ousted, right, they'll all turn on her. They will all turn on her and like rip her apart like a pack of wolves.
That they have.
Attachment styles are a staple of dating advice online, based on.
Renee says, got a jalapeno in my eye for the second time in 3 days. God, I suck. What are you doing, Renee? What are you doing where you get jalapenos in your eyes? Do you garnish your drinks with jalapenos? What are you doing?
John Bowlby's attachment theory, and later expanded upon by Mary Ainsworth in the 1960s and 70s, it aims to explain the different.
She says, no, 4 days actually. I'm not that bad after all. Look on the bright side. She's drinking. What are you drinking? What do you put jalapenos in?
Ways people form bonds in adulthood based on their early childhood upbringing: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. These are the four main attachment styles. If you're secure, nothing gets to you.
Rub some Tabasco in the retina. It mellows out the burn. Yeah, don't do that. Don't listen to Big B. He's trying to cause problems. Don't.
You know how to show up in
He's trying
ways
to cause
that are warm
problems.
and forgiving while also holding your own boundaries. Everyone claims they're secure. Anxious
Brandon
types
Sapp says, "What up, Colt? Islam is right about women." Not saying that's wrong.
crave closeness, flooding their partner with texts and reassurance, thinking that the more they show up, the more the other person will see that.
I'm sorry, you're just snacking on jalapenos? You're snacking? You snack on jalapenos. Like that. That's what you're doing? That is insane. Is that a girl thing? I've never seen Jess do that.
They care. Online, these people are seen as the victims. They get taken for a ride by the ultimate enemy in the dating world, the avoidant. Avoidants also want intimacy and closeness, but are afraid once things get too real. They're said to ghost often, pick apart your flaws for no reason, and go cold to avoid getting hurt. There is so much hate online for the avoidant types. They're seen as distant and emotionally unavailable.
Like there's
I don't know what my type of attachment is, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm distant. I don't know. Honey? I don't know if she knows. She's anxious. She's riddled with anxiety. And I am too. But like I keep it real low key, right? I'm just a little neurotic. I don't even think that's an attachment type. I think that's just a mental illness.
so much contact with avoidance, but it's like they are people too.
Anxious and avoidance are attracted to each other like magnets. As the avoidant pulls away, the anxious one pulls closer. It's an endless dance of yearning and heartache on both sides. And then...
Am I avoidant? I don't know. I could be avoidant. Just says I got this real brooding aspect about me, which is true. I do tend to brood. I mean, my name is Sulk, after all. But so that's just mostly depression. You guys understand. I feel like you guys actually get me. And most people don't, because I don't. Most people, when I rant, they're just like, why are you doing this? But now if I do it in front of a camera with a microphone, for some reason, it's like less insane. I don't know.
There's the disorganized, the worst of both worlds, cycling between anxious and avoidant depending on their mood and the person they're with. Being disorganized attachment is a curse, or at least that's what they say online. Relationship gurus love to explain away being ghosted by someone as them just being avoidant attached, telling you that they...
Renee says, I have 100 tomatoes left, hoping they ripen before the first frost. You're pretty far north? We're below the frost line, so no, we have tomatoes year round. They grow. I mean, like, I got tomatoes out there right now. Didn't even plant them. Just threw some tomatoes out there. Now we got tomatoes. Tomato plants. Big ones.
They really did love you and wanted to be with you, but got scared and ran away,
Pennsylvania.
selling courses to teach you how to win them back. While this may be true in some cases, most of the time, it's way more.
And Pooh, for a $5, says, can I even say that? Guten Tag, mein Führer.
Complicated than that. These attachment styles do have...
Well, Guten Tag to you. Guten Nacht.
have some roots in the professional psychology world, but they tend...
Guten Abend? Because like Guten Nacht would be like we're going to sleep. And yeah, Guten Abend.
to be productive when used in a casual setting. We treat them like permanent, unchanging identities, a part of who you are, like your eye color or your height. But I know, from personal experience, this isn't true. Myself and the people I know have all experienced showing up as bits and pieces of all four...
Brandon Sapp says a Rolex and a jet ski would make John happy. I mean, you could try. I mean, it wouldn't make me unhappy. I wouldn't be like, oh, this sucks. Boo, jet ski. No one has ever done that. In the history of humanity, no one's ever been on a jet ski and be like, I'm sad. Let me look at my fucking Rolex. It's nice. No, I wouldn't be wearing a Rolex. But if I had the money to like wear a Rolex on a jet ski, like I'm like, fuck this thing. That'd be cool too.
Types at different points in life in both friendships and romantic partnerships. The problem is that
Christian says, we get you, John. We know you hate them because they look different. Yeah, no, he's right. No, yeah. I mean, yes. Look, I've been so clear about this throughout my entire career. I dislike uglies. I dislike the uggos. I am not a fan of them. I don't like the fatties or the uggos or the browns or any of. If I look at you and there's like, ugh, get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. I want to see pretty people, right? Is that so wrong? Am I an evil person for disliking ugly people? So be it.
that when we don't communicate,
so be
we
it.
make assumptions about people and put them in
I ain't gonna change. I ain't gonna change. And you might be like, well, you're not the best looking guy in the world. I don't fucking care. My eyes are in my head, right? I don't have to look at myself all day. I'm looking at myself right now. That's because I have a monitor. You guys don't see it. It don't look that bad. It ain't that bad. I'm just saying there is an acceptable limit, right? If you look average, I'm not going to hate you and be like, get out of here, average Joe, with your not beautiful appearance. No, that'd be ridiculous. I couldn't get anything done. How am I going to get like groceries and shit? But if you're actively ugly and like trying to be ugly, like I'm going to put on 600 pounds. I'm mad about that. I'm like, ugh. Why? Why this? Why all that?
a box to explain away their behavior and cope with the fact that sometimes things
And brown people, it's really more about how you act.
just don't work out.
I don't even know if that's racist. Is that racist? It's not specifically about your skin color. It is really almost exclusively about how you act.
The way we want them to.
Going back to the wild
I'm not sure if that's racist. I don't think that's racist because I'm not judging somebody based on their skin color. I am literally judging them based on how they act. It's just people with your skin color tend to act a certain way. And so, but if you don't, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm just saying, you know?
lens of attachment styles. It's a theory.
Am I a bad person? Am I a monster? Yeah, probably.
Theory is
probably.
never like set in stone. There's only evidence to support theory. It's not something that's like permanent. That is what we learn when it comes to like
Despite says my father-in-law has Rolex and jet ski money, and the thing that makes him happiest is his grandchildren. Okay, well, I have kids. They're all right. I wouldn't say they're grand.
research methods, and if you take any like theoretical class, you will learn that in university. But what is absent in the rhetoric and the language and the conversation around attachment styles in this content is people can be multiple attachment styles. How someone
Despite says he does spend a lot of time on his boat, though. Fucking boomer.
attachment style interacts with a cognitive disorder, a learning disorder, or even like, for example, depression or anxiety.
The Big B says bet on another 1,000. I always heard a bust out another 1,000 when it's boat. Dude, I did buy a boat. I bought a little John boat. It's supposed to be here in a couple days. But like buying like a legit ass boat where I'm like dropping like $100K and stuff like that. I would have to have a lot of money, right? I would have to have a lot of money. I might one day be able to do that, which would be sick, right? But like, unless I had people taking care of it, I don't think I would be able to do that. Boats are a lot of work, man. Boats are a lot of work. You need money. You need a lot of money. Would I like to have a boat? Sure, of course. I'm a man. Of course I would like to have a boat. That's a stupid question. Why are you asking stupid questions? Are you emotionally intelligent? Because only stupid people are emotionally intelligent.
or even like ADHD can drastically.
I do not. Oh, she wasn't talking to me. No, I do. I do have ADHD, but I've learned to live with it.
Manifest very differently, and people are just so different by nature, and you're not letting people exist, and you are by default putting them in this light of, oh, they're avoidant, they're a narcissist, oh, they're an avoidant,
they're a narcissist,
they are inconsiderate. But on the other side of the coin,
oh, they're this, they're a narcissist, they're a narcissist. I think I saw something the other day where it's all like 3% of men are narcissists and like 99% of women have dated a narcissist. So maybe chicks are just attracted to narcissists, or maybe they're fucking liars.
this avoidant that we often talk shit about.
You know, based on a little book called the Bible, it seems to be the latter.
Is a person who has the same exact anxiety, that has the same exact.
Despite says, no, I'm talking about $1 million boat. Well, congratulations to him, dude. But I mean, like, I'm not going to fucking buy $1 million boat. 100,000 is a lot for a boat for me. Do you have to just rub my face in the mud like that? I'm sorry. I'm getting $5 donos here. I'm not buying $1 million boat. Okay? Maybe one day. Not today.
Sex struggles. But obviously, they have projected a lot of that onto the other person and act in a way that is.
Take your $1 million boat, sail it around Florida, and come visit me so we can take out the boat. I'm not even kidding. You should do that. That'd be fucking sick.
Not great. The byproduct of this too, with anxious attachment, is people will just write others off. And it's like, I'm so sorry to say this, but
Christian says the content of the character is ugly. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Don't want to be with another person.
Despite says, I've got a kayak, dude. It's not my boat. I'm not saying it's your boat. You can still take it. He's your father-in-law. Put a pillow over his face. I'm just kidding. To make him more comfortable. Not to, like, off him or anything. But if you were to forget about that pillow.
Even when we do try to explain why they did what they did, we love.
Renee says, have you tried being less poor? Have you tried not putting jalapenos in your eyes?
to blame the apps.
For the first time in history, dating apps
have you? Because sometimes things don't work out, Renee, you know?
become the default way for most people in our generation to date and meet people. And so I think that also commodifies dating in a sense of, okay, now you.
Renee says, LOL, no. So she's just good with having. She's just living like that. Ow! Well, this is my life. Ow! You're a psychopath.
You have a marketplace of people vying for people's attentions based off of.
See, this is my cult, dude. This is the group of people I lead. It's not looking good, guys. This isn't like a top-notch crew. We're not like doing missions to Mars or anything like that. I mean, if we were to like get together and steal Despite's boat, we might make a ragtag group of pirates. What do you guys think? Captain Sulk? I like that. Hold on.
Such as someone's job, their height, just a few prompts, like a few pictures, right?
There's so much discourse about how dating apps killed modern romance. People have grown to hate dating apps for so many reasons. You don't get enough matches. There's 5 times as many men on them as there are women. People will text you endlessly, but when it comes time to meet up, they ghost you. People catfish and use old photos or AI-generated images to misrepresent themselves. The dreaded short-term open to long and figuring out my relationship goals types. Not to mention, they're full of bots and scammers. It's a breeding ground for all of the bad behavior we love to complain about. But they are merely...
we could do this, guys. I'm just saying, we can do this. We can pull this shit off, right? Captain Sulk over here and his ragtag group of pirates. Oh, it's all coming together. It is all coming together. We're doing something with this. We're doing something with
A
this.
symptom, not the cause of a much larger problem. But this behavior has been
Art and Cheris just has ...
going on since the beginning of time.
What? You're surprised I have a captain's hat. You're surprised I have a captain's hat.
It's everywhere. It doesn't just happen on the dating apps. With almost everyone in the world having access to...
Look like a tourist. No, I'm not. No, this is a cat. No, I'm the captain. I am El Capitan. See, that's like the leader. You know. So you're just jealous. I get it. You're not emotionally intelligent like I am.
To the internet in some form, there are countless ways to meet people. Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Discord, X, Threads.
Despite says he's got neighbors with bigger boats. That's great, bro. That's great. Steal it.
So many other apps. You're not just
Captain of the tour boat. Okay, look, I look like I'm going to get us stranded on like a desert island, which would be perfect, right? Because then we could be like the cult of the island. And then like when ships would crash against the island, people would disappear. And then it would be like another North Sentinel Island, right? Where people just don't go because they think we're cannibals. But no, we're just recruiting people into our cult because we're love bombing them. And they're just becoming cultists, right? It'll be awesome. It'll be an awesome island.
competing for a person's attention with
I need a Tommy Bahama shirt.
people in your city, but with the countless hotties
Boat stream. I could probably do a boat stream.
that live inside of their phone. With airfare being relatively affordable and online communication nearly instant, even if the person you like lives a few blocks away, they may find someone else they like more who lives on another continent. So no, it's not just dating apps. The game is rigged at every level. We've been conditioned to
This bite says, I'm not stealing $1 million boat and not being a captain. No, you're not going to be the captain. You are stealing the $1 million boat. I am the captain.
see every person as an option.
Those are orders. And I'm going to marry people. I'm going to marry people against their will because they have to do as I say. That's a thing. That's a real life captain thing. I can force you to marry each other. This is my... I can do that. I have that ability. I have that power.
And never commit, because when you're lonely and starved for attention, people become...
Anita says, can we worship the deep ones? It's critical to fixing your nipple issues. I don't have fucking nipple issues. They're fucking perfect. My nipples are immaculate, sir. All right? You're just jealous of my nipples. You're just jelly. You're jealous of my nipples and my captain's hat, dude. Oh. Ooh, how's that feel? Does it hurt? Does that hurt? Oh. Well, I order you to get over it, bitch.
yet another product to be consumed. And once you're done with them, you can move on to something else with little to no accountability.
Big B says we're borrowing $1 million boat by force. Look, dude, I'm not going to like sugarcoat it with a bunch of fancy words like borrowing, all right? It's going to be straight up piracy, all right? We're going to be pirates. We're not going to be the borrowers. That sounds gay as fuck, dude. No, we're pirates. But pirates. It's way less gay.
It's to the point where finding your person has become just another consumer choice.
I'm in love with consumerism. Buying things makes my heart melt. The more stuff I get, the stronger my feelings become. If I cannot spend money, it breaks my heart. I never repeat outfits. I never cook at home. I am constantly shopping.
Well, if you never cook at home, you're probably not very healthy. You should eat at home. Eating at home is like how you stay healthy and not get to be like 600 pounds. Seriously, you can't just go out to restaurants for every single meal and expect not to feel like garbage all the time. Even the healthy restaurants. No, just be like, oh, it's just a salad. There's some sort of oils they put them on. I don't even know what it is. Eat at home. Eat at home. It's better for your system.
Shopping online.
That's an order.
Anything to fill the void inside of me.
My darling Benson Boone, I would do anything for your crumble cookies. I yearn for your Dubai chocolate. My heart aches for...
I yearn for your Dubai chocolate? Is that a poop joke? Is that a poop joke?
A jet to Holiday to Cupertino, where we eat moonbeam ice cream and drink matches together, while I stare into your 24-karat gold Labubu eyes. Claro playing in the background. I gently grab your AI-generated hands and whisper sweet Temu discount codes into your ear. On the sales floor of this Cupertino Pop Mart, my darling Benson.
This chick is weird, dude. This chick is a weird chick. She's a weird chick, dude. And I bet she would just like... I don't know. She'd like cut your throat when you're sleeping. She's like that kind of weird.
You caress me
Captain.
And you proceed to say,
actually, I'm not.
It's some fancy ass chocolate. Dubai chocolate's a real thing. And it's fancy.
Ready for a situationship. You've hit the free plan limit for GPT-40. Continue with our basic model until limit resets in 2 hours or get ChatGPT Plus.
Okay, so if psychology...
Despite says Dubai chocolate is a butthole reference. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was like a poop joke. It sounds like a poop joke, but... And this chick would let you poop on her. I guarantee you. If you were like the right guy, right, and you had like the right amount of money, she would let you poop on her. I mean, I guess that's true for all chicks. Hey, Jess. She's not going to let me poop on her. She's not going to do that.
Technology can't fix it, and tech has only made
Open your mouth! Oh, wider! Don't wince!
it worse. Maybe there's something deeper at play. That's when people start turning to the mystical.
Anyways, now that I did that joke, I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to do an ad. So, that's what I'm going to do. Looking for a comfortable but unique option for your gaming setup? Check out technosportsusa.com. With a wide range of ergonomic chairs and an array of colors, you will definitely bring your setup to the next level. Always comfy, never boring. Technosports. Use code RUMBLE for 10% off entire order. Okay, now back to it.
You don't believe that they just didn't like you. It's something in the stars that blocked your connection. One of the most common...
How much money we talking here? Depends on the girl. I don't know. What are the running rates for an Instagram model to get pooped on? I think it's like... I think it might be pretty... it might be a lot, dude. It's not something I'm experienced with. It's not something I've looked into. Like, how much to poop on Instagram whore. 10K? 10K? Would a chick... Renee's, can I poop on you for 10K? Renee's. Probably not. She's like, I can't fucking see! Ah! That's not even because of the poop. That's because she's got jalapenos in her eyes.
Reactions to hardship is to seek answers from the supernatural. It's why the most...
Big B says, I'm guessing 25K per turd. Oh, nah. Nah, dude. I bet you. Nah. Well, it would definitely depend. It would depend on the quality of the chick, right? Because you can get some real low tiered chicks, and I bet you poop on them for way less.
Popular types of psychic readings are those concerning...
I wonder why my show's not popular.
Love and money. And in our technological age, algorithms are their own sort of mystical force, serving you up cold readings that make your For You page really scream out for you. Tarot readers and astrologers are all over the internet right now. You've probably seen them.
Despite says 2K. Now it's like a bidding war. 2K? $2,000? So you think like a bitch would take $2,000? You might be right, dude. You might be right. I don't know. You'd have to do some convincing. But I bet you could haggle. Look, let me poop on you a little bit. Just like, and then you just a big honking turd, where it's like it hits her chest and it knocks the wind out of her. Okay, I'm sorry. This is a high class show.
Whole bunch of keywords, astrological signs, angel numbers, and even random initials. It's like these strangers can.
They're making way less on OnlyFans, dude. They make nothing on OnlyFans. Like this would. How much have I made tonight? I made $20 tonight. $20 to them is like a month. That's like a month worth of whoring for them, which is kind of sad. That's pretty sad.
See into your soul. Oh my God! So have you seen the tarot?
I'm sorry, $20 and 30 cents, right? And then whatever Rumble pays me, which is, I don't know, maybe $10 maybe. I don't know.
Card girls, where they're like, every single one of them is almost always the same. The loved ones are always like somebody ghosted you and they're trying to tell you they came back.
So I'm a victim of.
Ania says, I think these kinds of chicks would do it for $20. Oh man, I'm like, could we find a chick and just see if we can could we go on OnlyFans and like find a chick and see if she would do it for that? I'm not saying I want to. I just want to see how low we can go where they'll be like, okay, I'll do it. You might be right, bro. I mean, like, you might be right. Because, like, some bitches be hard up. Hard up, dude. Like, there's chicks out there on OnlyFans that have 0 subscribers. And it's only $5 a month for them to spread their coochie all over the internet. So it's like, fucking, what? $20? Like, shot a deuce on her? Oh, I bet it can happen.
Of TikTok tarot card readings. You need to tell me that my ex is coming back.
Renee says, can you sell us away from her, Captain John? What, this chick? Can I sell, or the chick who would get pooped on for $20? Because I can't. Because there's no way you're going to get further. Look, they are evenly dispersed around the earth, all right? There's always those sleazy hags. They are ubiquitous, okay? They're everywhere. So, I mean, like, if we start sailing away from one, we're just going to get closer to another. So, it is what it is. Maybe we can sort of have like a starship type of a thing. We can become space pirates to get away from the chicks with the poop. But yeah.
And their initial has decided, oh, they're.
You want to get. Yeah, I mean, this chick is definitely annoying. I don't know. Oh my God. Okay, fine. I feel like I'm doing too much Papa Me, but he's got good videos. The Secret World of Swinging. Do you guys want to do that? I feel like I would cringe out of my skin. The Horrors of Hotels. Let's see. Imagine sitting there flicking your bean in front of an empty chat room. LOL. That makes it even more humiliating. Oh my God, dude. I know, right? Oh God. That's the cat's chiming in. The cat's like, oh God, right? That is some nightmare shit. Shut up.
They're Cancer or they're a Gemini. What? Like, people at a fundamental level, they want certainty when there's uncertainty. To be clear, if any people that do tarot that are watching this.
Display says, Hunter is awesome. I enjoy Creepcast while driving in the woods. What is that? What is that? Did you see that somewhere? I don't know what you're talking about. Creepcast? I don't know what you're talking about. What is this? Shut up! $5 and Sulk makes me the bedtime quesadilla. His podcast with Wendigoon? I like Wendigoon. Wendigoon does good stuff. Maybe I'll do a Wendigoon Wendigoon. Did you? Fuck it. We can look up Wendigoon. I don't care. Wendigoon. I actually really like Wendigoon. I'm a big fan of his. He does good stuff. Okay, the cat.
20 years ago.
Okay, the cat picked for us. That was not even me.
German countryside. A family had been haunted.
Ben says, "Hey friends, what's going on tonight?" Okay. So Renee's can't stop putting jalapenos in her eyes. I'm a boat captain, but we're gonna start like a pirate crew, and we're talking about how little a woman would take for us to crap on her chest. So there, now you're all caught up.
By an unknown presence. For weeks, members of the family
yeah, that's it. That's
complained about strange noises coming from the attic and
God damn it! What the fuck show am I doing here? What the fuck is this show, dude? What kind of retarded mania is this garbage? Christian for 5. We should watch the episode of Daywave where you were muted for the first. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
Footsteps leading from the edge of the woods to the corner
Fuck
of their
you,
property.
man.
And then one day, the family vanished. After a week of them missing from school and church.
Okay, so yeah, I got the 5, so I have to make my wife a quesadilla.
He went to investigate.
Like you weren't gonna get a quesadilla anyway.
It was there that they found the family massacred in their
She's manipulating you, like she does to me.
own home. Quite hauntingly, it seems that whoever the killer was.
And I don't deserve this captain's hat. I'm barely an ensign. No, I like it though, so I'm gonna keep it. I do deserve it. I deserve to be captain. I deserve to be captain. I think this goes without saying, and I won't take any sort of mutiny from the likes of you.
Lived among the bodies for several days to follow, and to this day remains one of the most terrifying.
Renee says, I like it. I don't know. What, my crazy ass show? This crazy fucking nonsense show? I don't even know what I'm doing here half the time. At least we have direction on Daywave. No, man. No.
Unsolved cases in criminal history. Hello, everybody. Today we are going to be.
O'Neill says, "Oh, Captain, my Captain."
Talking about the unsolved Hinterkaifeck massacre. Now, if you're familiar with
Jess, you don't need to. Jess, you don't.
with true crime or unsolved murder.
Yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with right now. Anybody in the chat want to read that? That's what I'm fucking dealing with right now. The bitch needs her quesadilla, right? Or I'm getting it.
Then this probably isn't anything new.
Renee says, "Oof, I'll pray for you, Jess." I'm surprised that's not riddled with spelling errors because you can't see the keyboard.
The Hinterkaifeck massacre is one of the most famous unsolved murders.
Onia says pirates actually voted for their captains. Shut up. Shut up. Look, shut up. Okay? I don't need a history lesson. And I'm the captain now. Look at me. I am the captain now. No, this is not a vote. And who would you vote for? Fucking jalapeno eyes over here? It's not like there's a long list of eligible applicants, all right? I have the highest emotional IQ, okay? So I get to be captain.
That I've ever heard of. However, what I want to throw my hat
Which translated means I'm the saddest.
in the ring on isn't only some new...
Yo, homeboy, what is up with the mustache? The mustache is an issue. The mustache is a problem. I like how you're trying new things. That ain't it, brah.
information I came across that I haven't heard.
You like it?
Yeah.
She liked it. She bought me this.
You had to fight the toddler for it.
Oh. It was a fight. It was a fight. He like had a fit about it.
When I ordered it, he got upset.
Why?
Because he wanted to be the captain and he wanted you to be the skipper. I tried to explain what a skipper was, and he did not appreciate not being the captain. It was like a whole thing. And then my dad was like, no, you could be the captain. I was like, shut up.
Shut up, Malcolm. Shut the fuck up. All right? He's like trying... Mutiny! Mutiny! Not on my fucking... That's her dad, by the way. And I will make him walk the plank and watch him drown.
On YouTube that often, but to also pose my theory for what...
Right? Despite you're like, oh, I don't want to steal my father-in-law's boat. Oh, yeah? I'll push mine into shark-infested waters.
I think it might have happened. And I'll go ahead and get spoilers out of the way. It's not like I have any new information that I think is 100% going to open and shut the case. But I think some suspects are more likely than others. Credit where it's due.
I changed because of Renee's. When she can't even watch this show. She seriously can't, because the jalapeno eyes. Despite says, I don't expect you to watch all of this, but it's really good story. And he popped a link. Well, I mean, you gave me a dono, and so I will hit the link. Because I like the donos. 3 hours and 47 minutes. Yeah, this stream ain't going that long, bro. I mean, I do have to do premium at some point. I don't know when that's going to happen. Probably not tonight, but it'll happen at some point. What is this? Left Right Game Part 1 Creepcast. All right, I'll sub to it.
Welcome back to Creepcast. How you doing? Today we
are... Oh, he does this with Wendigoon?
Talking about the Left Right Game. This is something that we've been seeing in the comments a lot.
Oh, that's cool.
Is the Left Right Game.
You know who I haven't seen in a long time is Rob Gavigan. Is he still alive? I know he's friends with Royce and shit, but like I remember before I even met Royce, I used to watch his show. Not Royce's show. I would never do that. I would never watch that show. But like Gavigan's show, I used to watch his show. Let me be very clear. I would never watch Royce's show.
Which
I'm so
he's gonna see this.
Excited, especially for this one. I love it. Like it's fun to torment you. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you can't say that anymore. You can't. He actually had to change his name because YouTube kept censoring his name, his actual name, which is funny because YouTube is gay.
Oh, we're gonna be terrible. But it's equally.
There's 4 people on YouTube watching. Hey, 4 people.
Fun to just go in blind. I've heard of the Left Right Game. I don't think I ever.
62 total, which is kind of light. Not gonna lie, it's a little light, but I'm having fun, so that's all that matters. Making some money too. I appreciate that.
Or read or listened to it, so this is a new experience for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So new virgin experience for you as well.
Yep,
That's nice to hear. Very good. I mean, the amount of people that have been...
What is even is DregWorks? You're asking the wrong guy. I don't know. I have no idea. I've heard of it. I have no idea what it is.
And telling us to review this one or to read it and stuff like that has been a lot. And this is, it seems like a
Despite it says I used to watch, why would you put that on the internet? Rob Dyke was awesome. God, you made me fucking say it, you son of a bitch, dude. God damn it, dude. No, yeah, he was great. Shimo says YouTube is kind of gay. Well, it is what it is. I mean, I'm trying to build up my YouTube audience, so thanks for being there. Appreciate that. Because who knows what Rumble,
long one? I'm looking at it. It's 10 parts.
It's 10
whenever
parts,
we get
I don't make dick on YouTube, though. I don't make dick on YouTube, so there's only 4 people watching, so I shouldn't.
Into it, we can see. But right now, it looks like it was uploaded 6 years ago by Neon Tempo to the r/dose.
Odia says you won't watch Hamwave, but you will be on it. That's a very bacon wave of you, John. Don't do that in my chat. Don't start this weird shit where like everyone starts doing puns and like, then it just goes on for days and like pun work and stuff because I don't want that. I don't want all the breakfast food themed puns in my chat.
We're gonna have to journey outside of r/no-sleep. We're gonna have to.
Onias says DregWorks was a show Royce did before ROTC. Oh, okay. Well, now I know.
Find a story outside of here. We're giving a lot of love to r/no-sleep, and I know that there's other things you're wanting to do, like the what was it? The Twitter.
The
what
Twitter
would they call
ARGs.
Oh, DregWorks was what he did with Rob Gavigan. Oh yeah. I never saw it.
I think would be fun. A few like short horror stories that didn't originate on No Sleep, as hard as that may be to comprehend. Yeah, No Sleep's a lot of fun, but there's other corners of the internet we want to touch on, for sure.
If you are watching this on YouTube and you're thinking,
Art and Shire says puns are the lowest form of comedy under mimes. Suit yourself. I don't have any mime related puns, but nope, I don't have any. I wish I did. Ooh, I wish I had a fire mime pun just to be like, bam. I don't. I have zero mime puns. Nah.
saving it for later. Maybe listen to it during work or school.
I really tried. There was nothing. I couldn't come up with anything. Couldn't come up with not a single mime themed pun.
Degenerate and listen to it at a bad time on
They don't say much,
podcast or Spotify. It helps us out a lot if you can go there, listen to it there.
Christian says this is more racist rant type chat, not a pun type chat. Yeah. I mean, it's and like racism, it doesn't even take being creative. You don't have to be creative to be racist. You can just be racist. It's not even really an art form. It's just kind of a state of mind.
And also, give us a nice little rating. They say it helps us. I don't know who it is, these powers. They do say it helps. So.
Oh, despite. Fuck, that's good. He says they really got you trapped in a box with that one. Damn it. God, that's really good. Okay, moving on.
I know how the YouTube algorithm works. I have absolutely no idea how the listening algorithms work.
Despite, you have to know I'm petty. You have to know I'm petty. And if I don't have the good jokes, then I'm erasing your shit. That's gone. That's out. I'm the captain.
Probably right. So do that thing. Yeah.
There was well, actually.
That's why I should be captain.
Here, I tried looking.
No.
On podcast, we were doing pretty good on podcast.
We got up to like somewhat.
He didn't get a 5. I just removed the comment because I didn't want that in the history books. Right? Strike that from the record.
Someone told me that
I'm not even talking to anybody.
We were like number 1 in our category for a while, and when I looked at it,
that's why I should be captain. Shut up.
20-something overall.
You're never gonna be captain. You have to take this off my corpse, despite.
Like 28, 27. So, of all podcasts.
And my corpse is going to be at the bottom of the sea, probably, because I'm probably not a very good boat driver.
On Spotify. So that's pretty cool. Thank you.
I hate to toot our horn, but I think that
Christian missed it. Well, it's never going to... Big B screenshot it. You son of a bitch. You don't thwart me like that. I'm losing... This is a mutiny. This is a mutiny. It's a mutiny.
We are.
It's honestly disrespectful. Right? Can we be fair and chill?
We're tooting away, so we appreciate it.
I'm the captain.
Very much. Yeah. So I think without further ado, I think let's get into it and see what we can do here. Because
this show went off the rails, man.
Like I said, this is a tip.
I don't even know what we started as. Some bitch crying about because she's so lonely because she's got a fucking bolt in her nose and shit like that. And then it went on to like the poop on the chest and like the whole captain bit. And now I'm getting fucking upstaged by Despite. What is going on? What is going on? This is fucking cuckoo bananas. It's just bullshit. All right, I prefer to swear.
10-part series, and it starts off with just saying, "Has anyone heard of the left-right game?" Part 1.
You have to have an actual jet ski for a mutiny to take place. I feel like that was a shot, dude. That was a shot across the bow. But like, bro, that was mean. Because I'm sensitive about that. My lack of a jet ski and a Rolex.
Let's go. You want to do the same thing we did last time? Narration.
I seem like it was resonating well. I can do the voice acting. And also, it seems like this time there's a lot more actual...
Despite says, sorry, I'm feeling better recently. I hope you end up in the hospital again.
Character stuff so we can do that.
Cool. All right.
I'm kidding. That was a joke, all right? I'm glad you're doing better. But you don't have to do like that much better.
A few points before we start.
Get good, John. Shut up. You can't even keep jalapenos out of your eyes. All right? You really do not have any place to talk. You're just bumping into stuff right now, aren't you? Just walking around bumping into walls.
I am not the protagonist of this story. I just went to university with her.
A Garmin and a
though
kayak.
she went
Okay,
on
that's
to
something.
Become a professional rider. I most certainly did not. She'll be taking over from me further down, but until then, please forgive my slightly awkward delivery while I give you guys the necessary...
Yeah, twice in the same night? Or they were separated by a couple of days? LOL, I did do that the first time. You bumped into walls. You got jalapeno in your eye and you bumped into walls. You're a mess, girl. You're just a fucking mess.
Context. Secondly, I don't know what you will make of the following...
I don't know what to do with this crew. You know? I don't think I can whip you guys into shape. I'm just going to scuttle this boat. You know? It's despite father-in-law's $1 million boat. And I'm just going to sink that bitch. And we're all going down.
Events, and I'm sure many of you might consider it all some sort of hoax. I wasn't present for any of what transpired in Phoenix, Arizona, but I can vouch for the person who wrote the following logs. She is not, and has never been, a fantasist. Yeah, that's it.
A fantasist?
Someone who makes up stuff, lives in...
A fantasist.
Fantasy.
Lives in a fantasy world.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Not a fantasier?
Also a liar, I guess, meant here. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
I like the creepy music.
I once knew a girl called Alice Sharma. She was an undergrad at Edinburgh Uni the same time I was. My educational poison was history, a degree which has greatly benefited my career as a bicycle repairman. Alice Sharma studied journalism, though...
Did you guys get that? Being a historian is greatly benefited by bicycle repair career.
Oh, perhaps studied isn't the word. It's not an exaggeration to say that she lived and breathed the subject. Editor-in-chief of the campus paper, recognizable voice of student radio. She was frustratingly tunnel-visioned, and she was a journalist in her own right before anyone gave her a professional shot.
So he's going to a professional school, the Edinburgh Uni, and she's a journalist, and it benefited my career as a bicycle repairman.
That was sarcasm.
Aeneas says, whipping not needed. We are professionals already. Look at us all just punning around. That's not a pun. You should have made that a pun.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
he's like, don't worry, I have a degree in history. Definitely helps for what I currently do. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
We met in student halls and became friends almost immediately. A meandering waster trying to stay off his parents' farm, and an intrepid, ambitious reporter may not seem the most...
Okay, Knobsdog comes in and he says, I'm here, Bahama John. Can you restart the show? No, I can't. No, I can't, Knob. Especially for a no donating like you. Can somebody give him the rundown of what we did in the show? What we talked about in the show already? Because I already did that. Okay? And this is part of it. But somebody else is going to have to tell him about the Dubai chocolate and how little a chick would take for getting pooped on. And I can't even remember everything else. What else did we talk about? Piracy, the hat, Some chick not getting. It was a lot. It was a lot, dude. I wouldn't even be able to. What if I restarted the show and just hit every fucking mark, dude? Just like flawlessly just did the same jokes. And then I used fucking Despite's pun before he got, and then I would be like, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Stealing jokes.
Obvious variant, but I learned not to question it. She was inspiring.
Not like a third time, just to be clear. Oh, wait. John's my first mate. I'm king of puns. No, that's not the part I wanted you guys. No. No evidence. No evidence. No evidence.
And smart, and she proofread all.
No evidence.
I'm not too sure what.
No, that's not the part I wanted you to say. Tell them all the cool stuff I did, like the captain and fuck, I can't even remember half the shit we talked about. Can't even remember it. Now, all I have is fucking Despite's mime pun in my fucking head. And that's, it's mine now.
But she saw on me. We were eventually flatmates down in London where she chased her dreams and I chased my tail.
Ben says pirates shitting on girls and other stuff. No, but there was like a lot more than that. Oh, yeah. Renee's kept getting jalapenos in her eyes. It was a lot, dude. You come in 10 minutes before the end of the show, and then you're like, give me a rundown, all right? God, are you the fucking president? Are you like a detective coming onto a crime scene? What do we got here? We got a lot, dude. There's a lot. You missed like so much of it. Okay? I didn't take notes.
She got a few jobs here and there, but nothing befitting of her skills. After months of fruitless
Tejas says, R, John B. the Dread Pirate Scatbeard. Okay. It's pretty funny, too. And you know what we do with funny jokes here? You know what we do with funny jokes, Tejas? Huh? That I don't do? We delete them. Goodbye. I'm Captain Petty.
internships and rejections.
Just call me Tom Petty because, God, I got nothing tonight. I'm just fucking flat-brained. I'm sorry.
It's called a flat telling us that she was moving to America, accepting a position, chasing stories for national.
Yeah, as is tradition. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just fucking. I got nothing, and people coming in with hot fire, and I'm like, no, that's not the no. That's not the no. It's not. This isn't the chat show. This is my show. This is my time to shine. And you guys are stealing all my shine. Captain Cruise Ship Comedian. Okay, that's fair. Because they're not funny.
The job had come out
they're
of
not funny.
The result of a Hail Mary application she thought had been dismissed out of hand. We threw her a bittersweet going away party and put the...
Christian says, at Despite, thanks for the show tonight. And then Tejas says the incredible chat. And, yep, just lost control of this one. I just lost...
The party was the last
just
time
lost
I saw
complete
Alice
control of this one. I don't
She
give a
dropped out
fuck.
of contact a few months after her departure.
What?
Complete radio silence.
This is why I come in drunk. This is why I come in drinking and stuff like that. Because it's just... It doesn't...
So I carried on with my small but happy life and waited for her to pop up on television with some important...
Renee says, chat has been on fire lately. It's not your fault, John. I guess. I guess. You need some less funny. You need someone less funny than you like Frozen. Oh. You need someone less funny than you like Frozen. Where am I going to find that? I'd invite my wife in, but then she would fucking fire off a zinger, and I would beat her for
Words below her name.
I'd be like, no! No! Punch a hole in the wall.
Chief correspondent, senior analyst, something like that.
Despite says maybe the Sulk stream was the friends we made along the way. Maybe. Maybe the piracy was here all along. No.
Broken last week.
It was not.
Further down, I'm less happy.
I am the Sulk stream and it's my show.
Would have thought.
I am the captain of this ship. I'm not taking this shit off.
Driving home from work, I found a low.
Even though I had to fight my 4-year-old for it. I literally had to take it from him by force, and he cried a lot. And he was like, I snatched it. And he was like, and I was like, I was proud about it too. I was proud about it. Yeah, I was proud about it.
Otherwise bare inbox.
I need a co-host like Gypsy, a Gypsy co-host. No, I'm not gonna fucking have a Gypsy in my house. No. Why not just invite a raccoon on the show? That'd be a disaster. She'd keep trying to steal things from me and stuff. I'd be like, what are you doing? That's mine. Fucking gypsies.
An email that would later be described as suspicious by my tech literate friends. Despite being
I could beat a 4-year-old. I could beat them.
In the early 1990s, I didn't own.
I'm big. I'm a big, strong man. I could do it.
Own a computer until uni, and I've missed several important lessons in the world of cyberspace. Lessons like, don't call it cyberspace.
Renee says the Colt was probably in my eye. Could make a cum shot joke. But, the chat's going to come in and do it for me, so go ahead.
Of course, and more importantly...
You guys have killed my spirit tonight. Just killed it. I don't have much. I don't have much in this life. Besides, my family and, the people that love me and my house and all that shit, right? But, I don't have much that makes me happy. This show makes me happy. And you guys just have to fucking steal that from me. Why? Why?
Don't open emails with no text.
We'll make better jokes. Hold on.
No subject and no sender's address. I realize most of you would have deleted this anonymous
bunch of fucking
email
assholes.
Immediately. My friends certainly would have. But beyond my basic ignorance about online safety, something further compelled me to open it. The only thing of substance...
Renee says like a jet ski now. You mean, okay. I don't have a jet ski. I'm jet ski-less. I know. And I'm like, how could I be a man without a jet ski? Again, the family and stuff. Whatever, though. But no jet ski. I don't have a jet ski. It is a disappointing thing. I'm pretty bummed about it.
A zipped folder labeled left.right.ds.
No.
I don't
no, you can't apologize now.
Hoping those final initials stood for.
Nope. I'm just going to let this stream die in a whimper. I'm going to sit here quietly.
What was he hoping?
What I don't have to.
Oh, Alice
explain
Sharma. Her name. I bet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's going right over my head today.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
Lord.
How was?
I feel you, meat. Don't clip that. You learn to harness dolphins and ride them. I'd be sick. They won't let me do that though. I know that. I know they won't let me do that. I could rent a jet ski. I can, I suppose.
These little sarcastic jokes, I'm so distracted by him being such like an unconfident little piece of shit that I'm just like, oh.
That's
blurring the
lines.
lines.
A lot of violence. Just cut it out of the game.
Knobs Dog says we saw dolphins in Chesapeake Bay this weekend. Pretty cool. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them dead. Just like my hopes and my dreams and, everything else. You guys have taken from me. Thanks, jerks. Thank you, bunch of jerks. I just wanted to be a captain. And I wanted to have a show and a cult and stuff like that where we did like weird stuff. But no, everyone that comes in and be like, hey, these are funnier than you. And I'm like, God damn it, they are. Anyways, hit the like button if you appreciated your own jokes. Follow me on YouTube, or follow me on Rumble. Follow me on both. Hit the like button. I'll be on tomorrow. Thanks for coming, guys. I hope you guys have a good night. Be good swabbies, not captains. Be good swabbies. And have a little respect for the captain, all right? I would appreciate that. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow on Daywave. And then right back here at 8 p.m. on the Sulk stream. Until then, be good mates. Mates! Drink a lot of water, get a good night's sleep, and take care of yourselves because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Good night.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth. To their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud.
Thank you, Ben.
Thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke. Unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.